You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Come on in, people. Come on in. Let me get everything down. Shut everything down. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Trying to get it right. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. I tell you, we're going to talk about what happened today, experience in our city, in our state where we live at. And you can go, your guys, you can call on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. It's unedited, people. We're talking about the migrants, the immigrants. That's all. It's a word play. Now, how could they come over here and get all these benefits? We got folks sleeping on the Lower Wacker. We got folks sleeping in Tent City. We got folks that's in and out of shelters. Don't have nowhere to go, sleeping on the street, in the parks. And here we are taking people from another country. Don't know anything about them. Don't know if they're a pedophile. We don't know if they're a raper, murder. We don't know anything. We don't know if they're infected or with anything. We just don't know, but we're just taking them on in. Linda, what's going on? I see you. Dana, I see you. Dan, I think I'm saying that right. Peggy, what's going on? Harold Johnson, what's going on? Chad, I see you. Virginia, I see you. I see you. I'm telling you, people, this is real. This is definitely real. I need somebody to call in and come and talk about this. Yeah, this is real. Now, don't get mad at me for telling the truth now. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Give me some air going on. Come on, people, let's call. Y'all know the number 872-297-6389. We're not going to hold on long. We're going to be ready to talk. Get right into this. It's mighty hypocritical to me for us to fall in love with somebody else from another house instead of falling in love with the one that's already in the house. Isn't that something? All right, people, come on with it. Make sure y'all share this video. I need this video to be shared. Definitely need to be shared. I know some of y'all watching the Bears game, but that's okay. This is more important. The Bears ain't going to save black people. The Bears are not going to save black people at all. This is live, uncut, unedited, and I'm ready for somebody to call in, and let's talk about this matter. We could be doing a lot of things for the school. Now, what the deal is, today on 65th and University, we had a school that's been vacant, probably was vacant for a while, owned by the city. All right, there we go. Hold on, brother. Let me Bluetooth you in. Just hold on a second. Let me Bluetooth you in so we can all hear it, because this is live, uncut, unedited, people. And we're gonna bring our brother in. He's gonna talk to us. All right. Okay, brother. I think that's it. Hold on. All right, come on, talk to us, brother.
What's up, my big bro, Martin?
What's going on? It's brother Larry, y'all. This Larry here talking. All right, come on, Larry. Let's talk about it, man.
It's a sad day in Chicago because we have so many homeless peoples from the north, the west, the east, and the south that we have sleeping outside all year round. Why can't the mayor, the governor, and the Cook County president open up one of these 50 schools that they closed and put our homeless people in there? Now they pushing the issue about some immigrants with no social security number 80% of them don't go to school, but you finna open up a school especially for them just to sleep in, feed them, and everything. Make it make sense. Second of all, we have so many kids all over the city looking for a safe haven to play sports. We got 50 schools closed, but you don't want to open up 5 schools for our kids to have somewhere to go to play sports, to do video games, or whatever they need to stay off the streets. But you're going to open up a school for immigrations. If our people don't wake up and see that the mayor don't give a fuck about our kids, don't give a fuck about our homeless, don't give a fuck about the elder, something wrong with us. Today was a smack in the face to the black and brown community to show y'all who is more important than us. That's sad. We steady losing our kids at a high speed rate of gun violence, but you more concerned about some immigrations, which is not even our problem.
And listen to this, brother. I have heard of immigrants buying homes within 6 months without Social Security numbers. This came from a real estate agent. Do y'all hear this, people?
I'm gonna give you one better, Martin. They don't even got the money to buy it. They gave it to them for $1.
Mm. And
So
here
why
we
can't
are,
our black people that live here can't buy a house or a vacant lot for $1?
born and raised here. People, this is real. And don't get me wrong, Larry, I don't want to see nobody outdoors. But the Bible said charity begins at home first. I can't go and take care of another family when I don't take care of my own family at home. That's hypocritical. Hold on, Brother Larry. Hold on. Live, uncut, unedited caller. Where you calling from?
Chicago.
Chicago? Okay, well, hold on, brother.
All right.
Yeah, Larry. Larry, I'm back. Go ahead, Larry. And now let me ask you a question, Larry. Now you are a mentor. You are a coach, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, wouldn't you think a person of your caliber, and we'll say the mayor of Pocket Town, Sam, and all the different coaches on the west side, that they can get some of these vacant schools, boarded up schools, be donated for like a center, a sports center, or something for young people to come to train, to be athletes, not just for basketball. It could be for football, it could be for soccer, it could be for tennis, volleyball, all that.
Yeah, yeah, Mark. The thing is,
Hold
it's
on,
just
brother.
not about
Hold on, brother
basketball.
Larry. Somebody, hey, brother, I think you got to turn your Facebook down
Oh, okay.
because I
I'm
hear
sorry.
echo, brother. I hear it on his end. All the way down. Turn it off. You just listen to me. Just listen to me, bro.
I got it.
All right, go ahead, Larry. Brother
Yeah, you
Larry, go ahead.
yes, go ahead. Martin, it ain't just about basketball.
I know it.
It's about mentoring the kids. It's about the young ladies out here that don't need to be on the streets doing what they doing. They can have a shelter for them. Open up a school. Let people help the kids because once again, it starts at home. And the government only come out when it's time to vote. When they want their vote, they're going to come out and sell us a dream. Our black people have to wake up and say enough is enough. Vote for who really got your best interest at heart. Because this just showed people, this just showed everybody they don't give a F about our people. You worry about the immigrants more than you worry about the people who live here.
Mm-hmm. And that's not
It's,
cool.
no, that's not cool. if people ain't saw what you went live and showed them today, then I don't know what it's gonna take.
Well, let me ask you a question now, and this is not to front you off and nothing like that, but I'm tired of hearing black folks talking about black and brown. It's black people. We're the ones being left behind. I'm telling y'all, people, it's black people. We are the ones that's being left behind.
Right.
I'm being honest with you. Look,
Yeah, you're right, Mark.
look on Expressway, who's working. Look outside, who's cutting grass. Look at your restaurants. Listen, people, don't think all them jobs are not cheap labor jobs either, especially those construction jobs. Them brothers got money, and I know. Larry, you know I be at the flea market all the time, and you know I see them spending money. They spending money. They
Big
got
money.
money. Big money. They engineers of the big buildings downtown. All that. Hold on, Larry. I'm going to let my second caller. Hold on. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
It's North Chicago, live, uncut, unedited.
All right, hold on, my brother. I got one in front of you. All right. All right. Okay, guys, I'm back. Hey, Larry, before you talk, I want to hear the second caller talk. Go ahead, my brother. Second caller. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, the second caller. Go ahead. Hello, the second caller. Go ahead, old timer. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk, old timer.
Dr. Alive, uncut, unedited,
Yes.
man. You know what? This is a rat race, man, and we're going to have to, it's going to be the survivor of the fittest. I hear what that brother saying, but, you know, it all depends what we want. You know, ain't nobody going to give us nothing in this good old United States. It just very well be, it might not be set up for us. No, people tired of giving us stuff. They give us food every week. They give us clothing. They give us shoes. They have midnight basketball. And these people still want to go out there and shoot and kill people. And then, how come that this brother doing all this talking about what people don't care about the black and brown community? Why is our women out there shaking their behind, scantily clad? Why they out there doing that? When are we going to learn better? And when are these brothers going to take care of their children? You know, when are you going to get your children out in the yard that they can run around in? You know what I'm saying? I was out at Walmart tonight, and it was second in. I stood up there and watched this brother. This woman came out the store with a whole basket of food. And that brother sat behind the steering wheel and let that woman put all that food in the car, and he didn't even get out and help her. He didn't even get out of the car. He's sitting up there looking. I said, you know what? I ain't trying to find out bad, brother, but we got intention for having this low-down living.
Okay, can I ask you yourself?
And these people know this.
Old timer, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yes, sir.
Come on now. Now, give us a break now. Let me just say something. Now, the young lady just said, she just said in the message that these people come over here, don't have no social security number. Now, you're a homeowner. You're a property owner. They can buy a home without no social security number. Then the other brother that's on live right now, he just said they giving them. Now, they giving them homes for $1, brother. You talking about somebody that's coming over here from another country, brother, and we got suffering and pain and suffering in front of us. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, old timer, but my point is we got people that's sleeping under the bridge right now. We got people sleeping in Tent City right off Roosevelt Road. You know, we got people.
They don't care about that, Russ Martin.
I know, I'm just saying.
They don't care about that.
I know, bro, that's wrong, though.
No, Martin, that's not wrong.
Come on now, preacher. Preach.
No, I'm telling you, in large cities, where I come from, a large city, they used to have white people, what they call skid row, sleeping out there all night long, every night, and we saw it. And we said, people, and these were white people that were sleeping out in cardboard boxes. and they called it Skid Row because that's what they did.
But
We in the same position.
but old timer, now tell me, now you're a man of the cloth, you're a spiritual brother.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Tell me, what would you look like as being a father, a husband, got a sweetheart on the side, you take care of her house, but you like it at your own house? Wouldn't that be, that's not right, is it? That's not right.
That's not nowhere near right.
There ain't no, and that's my point tonight. My point is, and I'm not talking about just handouts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just talking about handing black people free stuff, things like that. But I'm just saying, can we take care of home first? That's all I'm saying. Listen, this is the story. I'm gonna let you talk. You got 500 people that's gonna move inside a abandoned school. They got construction people fixing it up right now so they can live in there. So you know if they got them in there, they're gonna have to feed them, they're gonna have to house them, they're gonna have to do everything for them because they don't have anything. Now, ain't that the same condition that a lot of our homeless people are in right now? It's 250 women and 250 men. Now, do we know, are these criminals coming over here? Are these HIV carrying people? Are they diseased? We don't know anything. Are these people, are they pedophiles? Are they fingerprinted? Do they have ID? Do we know any history on? That's all I'm saying, old timer.
Okay,
they're coming right in the heart of the community. Go ahead.
Right, but we haven't put that same fight up for people from Haiti to come here.
Right.
We see this, and we see this right down our throat, and we have not put that same fight up. So we need to bring people from Haiti here. And then you got to look at a lot of these people that come in here from Belize and all these with this black skin. Well, these people are not counting themselves as being black. And they have separated themselves from us. And they got their own community, and they got their own food. They got their own Caribbean stuff. So they're not considering themselves black, so they can get under this umbrella where I'm an immigrant, and I can get this money. So we have to realize that. So you ask some of these people come from Brazil, they're as dark as I am. And they tell, I'm not black, I'm Brazilian. I say, what now? And so we out here by ourselves. And all of these schools that these brothers are talking about, all of these are black children that go to these schools. They're black American children. And the other people, they're going under the Hispanic banner. You see all these black baseball players, black as star. They talking about I'm Trinidad. I'm from the Dominican. They don't say that they black. See, so they come under a different code than what we doing. We not jumping on board to be with one accord, man. We still got our own thing going. We act like back in the 60s or something. And these people passing us by, and they pass us by, and it ain't gonna stop.
And but brother, old timer,
because it's coming.
Old timer, you know they got help, brother. Come on now, you know they got help. They're not doing this all by themselves. Come on, they got help. But see, but you act like, to me, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that it's a problem with black people getting handouts. And everybody's not fortunate like you. Everybody's not fortunate like you, old timer.
I'm not fortunate. Brother, trust me, I was tired of getting up, going to work, but I had to keep on doing it.
Right.
I wasn't getting up going to work with some deep showing. I was getting up, man, I said, man, I got to go to work again. But I had to keep going. And what I'm saying is this fight that we in is not going to stop. When people see us being successful, that's gonna make other people want to be successful, and they're gonna be determined not to let us get in front of them. You see, and they, I mean,
hold on, old time. Hold on, old time. Let me take one more call. Hold on. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
Chicago.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring you in. All right, hold on. I gotta bring you in. Okay, old timer. Hold that thought. I got another caller want to say something. Come on, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Not you. Come on, a new caller. Come on, new caller.
Yeah, I was listening to the one you call old timer, and I'm just saying, by me being middle aged, you got a lot of young people out here and we have no respect for ones like him. And I try not to take sides, but I have to take the young people's side when I hear people like him talk because they're so negative. They're bashing our young people. We have a lot of young, educated people that need jobs. That's not a handout. If they got job programs for them, what? For those of us that read, I don't know, Martin. A few years ago, you remember you were online talking about a temp service
Mm-hmm.
around here that they was turning black people away, but they was hiring
Mm-hmm.
Latinos, giving them jobs.
Yeah.
That happened in New York. It was a big lawsuit. But we got these older ones, and I'm not bashing anybody. I'm trying not to be disrespectful. They tend to. I'm listening to this man because I don't really listen to your show like that. He sounds like Donald Trump or somebody. That's how bad he bashing black people. I don't know if that's his intent, but if he really listened to himself, he got a million reasons of why they should be getting it and we shouldn't. It's other groups, okay? Things are changing now. So I need some of us older ones to change the way they talking out here because you got white people all over TikTok, all over Facebook. You got Arab, you got it, and they're even saying how the African American has been treated. If you know your history, there's no way we could be lazy. For 400 years we worked, but that's not all. You had after slavery. I'm trying not to talk too long, but I gotta say this. I gotta say this because I'm tired of people and they calling into your show. These older ones, they bashing black folks, acting like we the worst thing in the world. But okay, after slavery, all the towns we built up, successful towns. So, many of them outdoing white towns, so they burn them up, got rid of them. 1920s, built them back up again. Every time we build it up, they burn it down, or they do something, put drugs in there, or whatever. You can't really burn it down now because that would be too obvious. But and then like I said, what? It's the black woman is the most educated woman in America. Why ain't she working? Why ain't she got a job? I know she didn't just go get all that education to sit home. So if we get a job, an economic plan, the government give us an economic. If we get our reparations, that's not handouts. What anything that's given to the African American, he deserves it. It ain't nothing. Them people ain't worked for nothing over here. They just coming up. They coming over here. That's the handout. They coming over here to live off of what your ancestors built, what we worked for. They getting handouts. We're not. And you can't talk about me, so don't put me in that category. I work every day. I've been working. I live pretty good, too. I got a good job. But then we got people like us that's working. I work in corporate America with. They talk just like him. How we ever going to get these young people somewhere or get together and they want to say we divided? Listen to the way they talk. They sound like they over there with the white folks, Donald Trump. He just said here when he got through, it sounded like he was their attorney or something to say why them people, we don't owe them people nothing. They need to get back over to that border because they just coming over here to live off of what black people built. What? They come in your neighborhood to live off of your money. Yeah, we got our faults. We shouldn't be spending with them and stuff, but at the same time, don't say we lazy. That's not true. If we was that lazy, this country wouldn't even be rolling the way it is.
Hold on, caller.
All right, I'm done.
All right, hold on. All right. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Bronzeville.
All right, hold on now. Hold on. I'm going to let you come on in. Okay. Hold on. Okay, old timer, do you want to defend? Hold on. Old timer, you want to defend yourself? The brother said something. You want to say some, old timer?
Yeah, I can respond to that. I think for the most part, what he said, he was right.
Okay.
Yeah, he was right with what he's saying, and I don't have the numerical facts right in front of me, but black unemployment has always been in the double digits. We have always stated that people have reached out to us for skilled jobs, plumbers, electricians. You can go down 294 where they're building the bridges at. And you don't see no black people out there working. and you looking for the black people, and you
Hold on,
you
I'm
go.
trying to make sure I can't really. I got a bad connection. You say you don't see no black people working where?
No, I tell you, you go out there on 294 where they're building these bridges and tearing up all that concrete, and you don't see any black people out there working. Now, I know they got black people working, brother. So that, I'm definitely not saying. Because I worked in a laboratory.
For a minute, I'm not being disrespectful. I don't want you to think about.
Oh, go ahead.
But okay,
Go ahead.
that was a war that started back during after slavery. That when you don't see no black people out there pouring concrete, the construction worker, that's a war that's still going on to this day. After slavery, black people were the ones that had the skills, the black men. They were doing the work. They were able to make a little bit of money. So white people, that's when they start forming unions and different things to tear down. I mean, not to tear down, but to get the job. So when you don't see black people over there, that's still by design. It's not because nobody. What? I don't know if I'm right, Martin. Maybe you know. Isn't it an activist here? Because I'm not from Chicago, but ain't it an activist here that tries to get those kind of jobs for black men or something?
It's always that. You know, it's always that. Go ahead.
Okay,
Well,
because I
see,
know
what you're saying is
I'm
right.
being an activist here, and that was an issue. But I really need, I'm going to go back to, because I felt like some of that language that was used, because this show is supposed to be about the immigrants, not how sorry black people are, what they ain't doing. It's supposed to be about immigrants and what they get. But we're deflecting to black people and what they got going on. And we ain't even talking about them people. Them people ain't got no business coming here getting all that. They breaking the law. And we talk about crime. Do we really hate crime? Because they criminals. They coming across that border. That's illegal. But we say we hate crime. Those of us that think we better than black folks. We say we hate crime. You couldn't possibly say you hate crime. Because them criminals is coming across that border all the time, and they eating for free when they get here.
Brother, you right again.
So,
You right.
so I
You right
would,
again.
I would like to chime in.
Okay, go ahead, my sister. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We won't be a male chauvinist. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
My name is Stephanie.
Okay,
I'm from
Stephanie,
the South Side. I'm
do me-
middle-aged from Woodlawn.
Stephanie, hold on.
Yes.
I got one more call. This is the last caller. Okay. I need you to hold my brother. I got somebody before you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Miss Stephanie, I need you to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No more interruption. Go ahead, Miss Stephanie.
So currently, I work as a leasing agent in the Gold Coast with immigrants. When I applied for the job and I got the job, when I made it there, they said, "How did you get the job?" Usually when people come in, we throw the applications away. Everybody's related to somebody. Everybody there is either from Romania, Bosnia. Even the people that live in the building, the makeup is of immigrants. It's a good melting pot of Chicago. But the way that the immigrants take care of their families is very different. So the people that are coming over that have made it, they're already working at my job. And no, they do not have a Social Security card. They're janitors, so they're already making at least $50,000. So it's a lot. Prior to me working in real estate, I worked in the community because I'm from Woodlawn. I graduated from NIU, and I worked in the community for 15 years. I was an executive director for youth organizations, and right now I sit on the same board for those organizations that I work for. So solutions to the immigration problem that you are saying that it is, we don't have a solution for that because Illinois is a sovereign state. Historically, we always have welcomed immigrants. This goes back to the 90s with the little Mexican boy. Right now on 35th Street, we have all the kids that were at the border when Trump separated them from their families, they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
That was 4 years ago. They're still here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's money that they put for immigration to help these people. We have to tap in the money that's for us, that's already for the communities, and we have to use it wisely. We have people that come into our community and feel like they have the answer when they don't. So the people that do have the answers and are still in the community or connected needs to connect with funding to help support families that are struggling.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I want to ask her one question, Martin.
Go ahead, Larry.
My sister, what we talking about is the immigration's coming over here, right? We got
Correct.
50 schools that have been closed.
Correct.
Why can't they? I'm not bashing
They're
no
already
immigrants.
owned. Those schools are already owned. When I was working in Inglewood in 2014, we tried purchasing schools. Those schools are already owned by private companies.
No, not the one they're going into.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, sister. Not all of them.
This was when they were closed back
Sister,
doing wrong.
sister.
Not this recent one, because my niece just graduated from that school about 3-4 years ago.
Okay. Not all of
So
them,
back
sister.
in 2014, when they closed all the schools that had the safe passage, those schools are bought.
Not all of them, sister. Not all
Not
of them.
all of them. I'm telling you.
Not-
We tried purchasing them and getting their shelter.
Sister.
And doing the same thing that you all saying with Harper High School. We tried to buy it.
Sister, trust me. Listen, I was just in a protest this summer. The city of Chicago owned a school right there on 83rd and Kerfoot. Jamal Green was trying to purchase that with his own money. He wasn't looking for no grants or anything. The city of Chicago owns that. They would not sell it to him.
On some of them.
Okay, I'm just, see, but the way you talking, you saying that they all bought out. They're not all bought out by private
No,
owners.
the city owns some, and they sold the ones that they're going to sell to private people.
Oh, okay.
And these were the schools that were back to wrong.
But you wasn't saying that though. The way
So
you was
I don't
wording.
know.
Okay, the way you
I'm
was wording
sorry.
it, the way you was wording is like that, there's no hope that all of them are bought by private owners. That's not true. We know better than that. We know better than that. But this
I think that we need to look into these churches that's also abandoned.
Go ahead,
and
Larry.
utilize those as well.
So, sister, listen. So, my thing to you is this: you more with them making a way for the immigrants, but not making a way for the black people.
No.
If you think about what you're saying, yes, it is, because black people will see before the immigrants.
That's not what I said. I said that there's already money set aside for them. So we need to tap into the money that's set aside for our community.
Now listen to me. Listen to what you just said, right? No, listen. You just said money set aside for immigrants, right? Right?
Yeah.
You just said that, right? Well, why the fuck your mayor on TV lying? Probably she need money for them then. Make it make sense. That means either you lying or the mayor lying.
Anybody can look into the budgets and go online and look into the budgets and see.
That lady just said she don't have no money yet for them.
I suggest we all look into the budgets and figure out where the money is allocated to and have.
I'm not going to look at one thing about me. I don't care about the politics side of it because it's all
then why you just
my
the
thing
politics side of it?
My thing is take care of the people who live here before you worry about some immigrants. So don't even got a Social Security.
How are we giving
here.
people
You're not listening
funding?
to what I'm
How are
saying.
they
They're
getting it?
here. The government.
They're illegal. How is that? How are you getting money that we pay tax? Where is that money coming from? It all sounds illegal to me.
Through a budget.
But we
The
saying
budget.
how is it a budget? You trying to make it make sense that is money for people that's here illegally that shouldn't be here. That don't make
It's
sense.
money for immigration is what I'm saying.
We know
That's not
Ma'am.
immigration.
Line
That's
items for
illegal.
immigrants.
They're illegal. They shouldn't be here. So what you're saying is money for illegal immigration?
Throughout my life, there's always been people coming here from other countries. So I'm for it.
Illegally.
The government brings them
They're
over
here
here
illegally.
and gives them social security cards, and then they become citizens.
well, why they ain't doing it in Texas then? Why they ain't doing it in Texas? In Texas.
Am I the
They
only
coming from
one
Texas.
that knows this? Am I the
I
only
told
one?
I told Martin.
From
Martin, I told you
the
that
country
this
that they were
program
just
from the
sending
top.
them over here from.
Okay, hold
Man,
on.
listen,
Okay,
at
let
the
me
end of
just.
the day, Big
All right,
Chris, you
hey,
missing the whole point.
And then,
okay, hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you talk. Hold on. Let me just say this. Let's clear the air a little. What are we saying? This is what we're saying. This is what I'm saying. Let me speak for myself. Anytime a person come over here from another country illegally, you're breaking the law. That's number one. That's point. You can't get around that. I can't go to another country and set up residence and say I'm a citizen. That's illegal. I can't do that. But I understand what she's trying to say. But that's the money that they got set aside for immigration. Where you think they get that money from? Taxpayers. People that have been born here. My saying is, sister, the plan is, this is my theory, the plan is to replace black people. That's what my plan is. I believe that their plan is to replace black people on every level. On every level. That's what the plan is. And like the brother said earlier, the Dominicans and the Belizeans and Haitians, they separate themselves from us because they don't want to go under the umbrella of being black. And I understand that. But guess what? They're always going to have something dingling over their head. If you act up, we can send you back. See, that's their whole card. If you act up. But sister, my point is, who do we taking in? Are we taking in criminals? Are we taking in pedophiles? Are we taking in drug dealers? Are we taking in people that's got fatal diseases? Who are we taking in? Do we have any criminal background or any backgrounds on these people? That's all I'm saying. I'm for helping people, but I have to save my house first. Then I can welcome others.
But okay, I have a question. And mine is simple. When I was coming down to Chicago a lot, to all of the major restaurants, I'm talking about these are big restaurants, Houston, Lowry's, you name all the steakhouses. I've been to most of them. You got immigrants working the papers.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got. So I mean, it's set up
Yes.
for them to come in to prosper.
Yes. Yes.
And we see this. And we still, well then if we feel this way, we shouldn't take our money over there and support these restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I agree, old timer.
We do a lot of talking. Yeah, we do a lot of talking. But when it comes down to spending our money, we go right out there to those
Right.
and have a 2-hour wait just to get a plate of seafood. You see, and when it comes down to it, we support these people, and these people are coming in, just like the sister said. Anybody that come in here as a refugee, they automatically is entitled to 8 months of cash and assistance. Anybody that come in here and do this. Now the brother said you don't care nothing about no politics. Well, you need to be quiet. Because everything is run by politics. And if you don't get in there and fight for what you want, and be smart about it, and be persistent, then you ain't gonna get nothing. And that's why we got what we have now. Everybody gonna have to work and have to pull themselves out of a hole. But that money is there. It's just like that sister said. You got to go down there and know how to get that money and have to be allocated without seeing what makes it look like it's a handout for us at least anyway. Because we get a lot of handouts, brother. Don't say we don't get handouts now. We get a whole lot of handouts.
What's the handout? What's the handout?
It's
You tell
considered
me.
a handout because, like you
No,
explained,
doesn't mean handouts when they line up to get them purchased.
they're getting houses, they're getting everything that we have taken advantage of by being here, and not everybody. Those that are being lazy and not going to the free city colleges and learning a trade and trying to get out of poverty. These people are coming to this country and getting on it. So how can we be mad at them? We have to continue to push our people to get on it.
Sister. No
well,
difference.
That brother got a good point. I mean, what his desire is.
Come on now, y'all. Come on now. Stop it. You got people who've been over here all their life working hard, working ends meet, working hard, and they never had owned a house. Come on now, sister. Don't listen. This is a setup.
I got a kid right now working on his PhD from Parkway. I'm the girl that's on the skateboard.
Okay, I know who you are.
Community. I have over 200 kids that's in college. Every year, at least 20 of my kids that I mentor graduate from college. I have the solutions. I have created solutions.
Hold on, let me
I have done so much.
Sister.
I know
if black people, I got a question. If black people just laying on their butt and ain't doing nothing, how did we get HBCUs and all that? I mean, I kind of know, but why did they build them? Because we've always just laid on our butts to let certain people sit, and we doing it now. I don't understand how what. Let's go back to I know everybody probably already knows. How we spending $1.4 trillion, and everybody wants to come around us, other races, to put their businesses if everybody's laying on their butt. That's not making sense, and I don't know how do we know that that's true? How do we know? If don't I guess it considers who you hang around or who you. But I don't have a lot of people that I know just lay around. I mean, I don't even know if I know any. Most of them are working. The way I grew up, black people were working. Maybe we just repeating stuff, but regardless.
I have people in my family that have mental health issues that
what's the
just
name
lay
of the
around.
funding? You said we need to go get the funding. We need to go. Can you give the audience the name of these bills or whatever, or where to go get it? What's the name?
Every year, the city of Chicago gives out grants and funding for organizations. Everybody got their EIN numbers. All you have to do is go on the city's website and apply. It ranges from gardening for you to open up your own summer camp. There's plenty of funding. All you have to know how to do is get on the city website, click grants and opportunities. They'll tell you when it's opening. Anyone can apply.
Are they
Even
passing?
for those jobs in construction, you bid for those. You have to bid for those on the city's website. I have friends from 61st and Vernon that work for the city of Chicago in the sewer department. So it's black people out here getting money doing it, but it's not enough of us. And that's why I say we have to reach back and continue to push us forward.
Okay, my sister, let me say something. Are they passing out houses too on the website, the city website?
My friend does
I need one. I need one. No. Answer the question, sister.
Teach you how to get the
hold on, sister.
And how to get your first down payment.
Sister, I need a house.
I have people for everything.
If they passing out houses on the city website, because I'm gonna be first one be in line or push that button. I need to know because I want one.
They have first home owner buyer workshops that teaches
No,
you.
that ain't what I'm talking about, sister. That ain't. I hold it.
Everything's not that easy. You just gotta do some work.
Sister.
It's easy for them.
Sister, why can't they?
You can't sit up here. Because it's not that way.
Yes, I can.
So
we
you
want to
can't
pay
live
the
on
taxes.
you got to go on what you got and then change it. Make a difference.
Oh, that's how we got to go.
That's how we got to do it, huh, sister?
Work on what we got, take control, and then change.
So that's what we got to do, huh? So you talking about our ancestors died and built this country, worked for 400 years for free, and we got
somebody else to come over here.
Yeah, and somebody else come over here and enjoy the fruits of our labor that we built. But we got to work, but we lazy.
They've been doing that.
And we got black people like that that's
so
defending
in 2022, this is the fight. and they've been coming over here since slavery ended.
And listen, sister.
And this is our fight in 2020.
Well, if they've been doing that, what have they built? Because why they keep coming over here leeching it?
Right.
They built those restaurants that he's talking about.
They
those
built what restaurants?
that their families keep working in.
Sister.
Those steakhouses downtown.
And you can.
Those are not. Who are they owned by?
Sister.
Who is Daly's restaurant?
Well, then why do they need to come over here and get stuff from the government then? Why is she on TV begging then? If they coming over here just doing everything right. Why they
coming over here with nothing, and the government.
Why are they still begging? Why are they getting handouts if they coming over here doing? They shouldn't need nothing else. Ain't nobody burned down. The government ain't dropped no bomb on them or burnt down their neighborhood. What do they need? Sound like they the leeches, but we keep saying black people are.
Can I jump in here?
Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. Okay, let me hear Marcus talk. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marcus.
I'm listening to all of this talk, and no offense to the sister, but people be saying the help is out here. These politicians come to the black community and lie to us every day, and then tell us we don't want to help and want to work. It's a lot of black people out here who do want to work. Everybody ain't college material. They took the trades out of the high schools and put them into college, forcing you to go to college, to pay an everlasting student loan. Black people are suffering in this country, and it's racially motivated. And some black people who got theirs and don't want to admit that. They let a few of us get in the door just to say, well, we helped y'all. We threw y'all a bone. The money is there. Let's be real. The money ain't there for black people. They're bringing in these immigrants, just like Martin said, to replace us. These immigrants can get everything. You tell a black person to go apply for CETA to get help on their bills. CETA's supposed to pay their entire bill off if they're low income, but CETA won't. But they'll pay the Mexican bill off. They'll pay the poor white person bill off. But when it comes to black people, right down to going into the black churches that got the program in there, they don't fill out the applications right or none of that. I'm keeping it real. These kids are out here killing and doing the stuff because they're tired of seeing their parents struggle and their grandparents struggle. The way they do us is just pathetic, and all we do is blame us. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I lived in Inglewood all my life, and black people who didn't live in Inglewood, who live down in Bronzeville and Chatham, said that the people in Inglewood don't keep their property up. That was a D-lie. We were the utility companies was going up on our bills, trying to take our folks' homes, which they successfully did, and guess who they gave it to? The Mexicans. The Mexicans working at the bank were stealing people's property. First of all, I thought that in America, if you break the law, you go to jail. Why would we let criminals come over here in this country? I ain't never supported Trump, but if he ran again for president, I would support that part of it. Take care of your own before you start taking people in. Texas is sending a message to the state of Illinois. Hey, you want them? You can have them, but we don't want them. That's why they're sending them up here busloads. They're sending them to the sanctuary cities. And all black people are saying is the money is there. All you got to do is go get it. Let's keep it real. It's not there. It's not there for us. It's racism. You go to a bank right now and ask them for a loan on the house. Your credit ain't good enough to get a loan, but it's good enough to open up a checking account. So why can't I get a loan on a home or a car? They carry us through hell. I don't care what nobody says. They carry us through hell. They give a few of us the crumbs just to say, we're helping y'all. No, you're not. You ain't helping us by the masses. And that's why this violence ain't going to never stop on our streets. Because these kids are angry. They're angry that they can't have nothing.
And the church.
Sir, I was trying to open up a credit union in Inglewood, and I got pushed out of the community.
They let a few people in Inglewood get something, but they don't help the masses of the people. It's all a trick of white supremacy. That is bull crap.
Sir, I agree with you 100%. I'm not blaming black people.
And we need to check these black politicians and white politicians coming to our neighborhood lying to us. We need to check the little black people that they put in the face of these utility companies coming in our neighborhood and lying to us.
the buses that run through our neighborhood. The service is pathetic. Everything in our neighborhood, they treat their dogs better than they do us. That's all I got to say.
Okay. I'm going to take another call. Somebody hang up. All right. Hey, Jay, what's going on, my buddy? All right, I'm bringing you in.
All right.
Hold on. I hope somebody don't hang up, but hold on. I'm trying to bring you in. Let's see. All right, I got a new caller, people. I want to hear what he got to say. Come on, new caller.
All right. I was hearing the lady speak, and I just, something I find problematic about this conversation is that when we talk about the fact that there are resources available and it's Black people just not utilizing them, it suggests that we are the culprit. We are our own problem. We're the ones who are not getting off our tail and making things happen, knowing that there are systematic things that keep us down. And we can't negate that fact. Yes, people have to take initiative and take advantage of things. And for us, people don't lead us to it. We really have to be nosy to know what's out there because there are resources. But what they did by housing these people who I'm pretty sure they didn't pre-screen for any type of mental illness or sexual assault or crime, I'm pretty sure they didn't pre-screen the people. What they did was they took an empty school and was willing to house people and basically is saying, we have resources, we have the means, but we're going to use it for whatever we want to use it for. Right. It's so many abandoned schools, abandoned buildings, and so much government property that is vacant. Why are we reaching out to people outside of the country and there's people here that's hurting? That don't make sense. That has nothing to do with Black people not taking advantage of things that the government offer, this or that. You all are prioritizing other people outside of this country. You don't know if they're terrorists. You don't know what they represent. And you're not looking out for your own. And that's the problem. People can come in from different countries and set up businesses, get small business loans, and set up their whole family. And they just turn their back on us. And that is the problem. Yes, Black people need to take initiative and there's stuff out there. That's not the argument though. We have to see what's being done right in front of our eye. They're not even hiding it no more.
Mm-hmm. That's true, brother.
And they're not bringing them to Lakeview. They're not bringing them to Wrigleyville. So that's another problematic thing. What's gonna happen when they put them over there?
Hell, they putting them in Inglewood.
And let them start committing crime. What's the storyline gonna be? They ain't gonna say Black, or they gonna say Inglewood, and people gonna automatically assume it's Black people.
So
that's gonna be the headline.
Well, I mean, y'all got a lot of strong points, but I think the sister got more definitive facts that she's speaking from, because there is billions of dollars that's set aside for immigrants. And but Martin might be right. They might be trying to replace us, and it's taken quite some time to do it, but that's still, and I haven't heard nobody say that we didn't want to go to work. I don't even know if that's the case or not. Only we know that. But we do address sometimes people hanging on the corner, walking around with their pants down.
That's in every neighborhood. But see, we're deflecting from the core. We're deflecting from the core argument.
I'm getting back to it.
Oh man, wearing his pants ain't got nothing to do with it, because they wear their pants
they really
down.
don't. That's a completely separate issue. That's a completely separate issue about how young men
teach them how to dress and they'll dress properly.
I understand what you're saying, brother. Okay. Well, I tell you what. If we don't think that we have a problem, then there is no problem. And if there is a problem, we're the only one that's going to be able to fix it, because the immigration plan is in full view. And Trump talked about the immigrants, but then at the end, if you notice, Trump talked and bragged about how many Hispanics that he had to vote for. He said, I got all kinds of Hispanics voting for me. he spoke about it, and I'm gonna tell you one thing: if Trump had not made that an issue in his campaign, he would not have won the election. What he did was he just woke up a lot of silly folk that was already on the fence, and when he said something about the border and that Mexico gonna pay for the wall, which he lied, he had 4 years to make them pay for it, and they didn't pay for it. All he did was just told a big old lie. And he was with the Hispanic coming across the border just like everybody else is. And the Republicans are with the people coming across the border. They're not complaining about it.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I think this is more of a core issue. You have an anti-hate bill against Asian Americans. You have a Holocaust museum. What things have America done to target Black Americans in a positive way to intentionally help out there? You can't say, well, the government program, that's for everybody. What have they done intentionally to support the betterment of Black people? You can name any other group, and they highlight their struggle. They give them reparations. They all type of things. They give them all type of accommodations. They give them a safe place to stay. Name one thing America has done for Black people like they've done for other marginalized communities. That's all we talking about. We can talk about the pants hanging down and the this or that, and that the fact that there's things available, but that's available for everybody.
So,
what have they done to target?
So they have given us everything that we asked for.
Old timer. Hold on, let me hear what the sister got to say. Go ahead, sister.
Created the affirmative action after the 60s, after the civil rights and all that stuff for African Americans. And right now, not to start or stir controversy, you see the LGBT community is now benefiting from all those rights that we were granted, that the civil rights era was mainly for Blacks to get the right to vote, to be equal citizens. Right now, we see the LGBT community taking advantage of those.
But real quickly, just to interject, we have to fight for that. I'm talking about them handing something to us.
What did they give us? I said affirmative action. And
no, they didn't give us that. We
they
fought
didn't give
for
us that. They did not give us that. We fought for that.
Affirmative action, exactly. We fought.
I'm talking about handing out. What type of work do these immigrants have to do to get that school?
They didn't have to do anything.
It helped white women. White women benefited the most. We've been talking a long time.
That's what
white women benefited the most from affirmative action. That's a fact.
Because they went to being the minority.
Yeah. White women had the right to vote.
So affirmative action.
Black women stood side by side with white women, and they got the right to vote in the 20s.
Name something that Black people didn't fight for that they handed out and gave us. That's the question.
We weren't supposed to get anything. We wasn't even thought of as a full person. We was considered 3/5 of a person. We didn't even get the right to vote until the 60s.
Exactly.
And this is recent. I'm a historian by trade, so I know what I'm talking about.
But I think that you make a great point.
I mean, we historians.
I didn't hear what you said.
That's history. Did you
I
know?
said you make a.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying you make a great point, right? We were 3/5 of a person. So how, as a Black person in this country who built this country, our ancestors, we looking at every other people getting and they don't have to put in no work. How are we supposed to take that? And then you turn around and say, well, there's programs out here. Okay, yeah, there's programs, but again, it's not targeted for the betterment of Black people. It's not intentional like the anti-hate bill for the Asian people. It's not like, and so we have to see, like Marty said, what they were brought in here to do and what it ultimately means for us. America is known for using people for cheap labor and all this other. They're not going to pay them no minimum wage. They go, come on now, we already know what they're here for.
Replacement.
I spoke on all that at first. I explained that I'm the only Black person in my company in the Gold Coast. Right now, it's all people from Europe the immigrants, and their families are already here and they have jobs lined up for them. And some of them come in as engineers, and now they're going to be in the union, and now they're going to be making more money than me, and then they're going to have a pension. I said, I am a witness. I go through this. They asked me, how did I get in there? They were shocked to see me in there when I came in as an employee. I understand everything you're saying. My solutions, instead of blaming, because I don't blame, I don't do the negative. I say the solutions are we start programs. So those of us that have made it, recreate that and help others.
I feel
That's
that.
what I've always said. Help pull people up. That's what I've always said. I didn't never blame or shame. I said we can't do nothing about the people that's here. What we gonna do? We can't push them out. They here. All we can do is those that are succeeding help others.
Can I ask you a question, my dear sister?
Okay.
I want to ask you a question. How many people have you helped to get a job at your company?
I can't help no one get a job. I just started in March.
Hey, she said the Europeans got all their people coming in here getting on though.
I'm the only black person in there. We've hired 4 new people, and they're all family members that came in within the last 3 months from another country. They don't even have a green card yet. They can't even speak English.
They plugged. They've been here the same amount of time as you.
With me. I've had to talk to HR and explain that. They don't speak English. I don't understand how they're working here. Business is conducted in English. So, yeah, I am standing up for myself and standing up for other people that may come in after me right now. I understand everything, but the way that
it's no nepotism happening on your part, but they can bring all their people over here and get on in the same amount of time that you've been there.
It's happening all up and through there. I deal with it every
Clearly.
day. So I'm not speaking and saying anything negative towards what you guys are saying. I have solutions. I don't see problems. I see solutions. I've always looked at the cup half full, never half empty.
Come on now, sister.
I don't have the negative.
Come on now, sister. You don't see problems. You can't have a listen.
I don't want to see. I see solutions.
Okay, well don't say that because
I don't see the problem.
there's no such thing as a problem without a solution. So you have to see problems.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't see. I'm not going to dwell on the problem. I'm going to talk about the solution.
Okay, that's much better. Okay. All right. You know I know you,
that's all
sister.
I said is solutions. I never said problem. Yeah, you tried to hit me.
I ain't never tried.
On my skateboard?
Nah, I'm not going to hit you. You know better than that. You know, hey, I'd have been all over the news.
I know. I was teasing.
But listen,
well, I have a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so what's the solution that we're going to have? Because when I grew up, I was told that by 15 years old, you should have a work permit. Your children should start working around the age 15. Your children should start working at stores where they can communicate with people, where they can learn how to communicate. We have had everything at our disposal. They're not going to give us nothing anymore. Everything you get now, you're going to have to get it on your own because that's the way it's designed to work. And when your children, I'm not saying our children not working, and I hope that they do go to work because I forced mine to go to work. I got 5 children, and all of them work. And I make sure that first of all, you're not going to be sitting around my house and not working. That's number one. Because I don't need you around here not working. I'm not going to feed you after 18 years old. You on your own. You on your own, and you have to go get your own job. But I'm saying the work ethic has to be instilled. And first of all, they need to see the father going to work so they can go to work. I saw my father going to work. And he worked 2 jobs. He worked 3 jobs. One time, one of the jobs he had was walking the dog.
May I?
Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let me explain it to you. Let me explain something to you. I've worked with a lot of young people. I used to work for the Chicago Park District. Okay. You mentioned having them work at stores. First of all, look at our community and tell me who owns the stores. They're not going to hire our kids because they've been brainwashed to thinking that our kids are going to rob them. All right? That's number one. Number two, some of our own people have the power to hire these kids, but they won't do it. They playing I'm going to hire my family member on. And as long as we're playing that game, the same game that the immigrants are playing in a way, you're hiring people who are not qualified, and you're missing the people that are qualified, and now you got a problem. Our people don't stick together, and that's a known fact. Some of our people don't stick together. I'm not going to say all our people don't stick together,
Yes.
but some of our people don't stick together to the point where we help each other and pull each other up. We are the only people that frown on our people that's on public assistance. The other races don't do that. You don't hear them making jokes and publicizing their people being poor. They're helping their people. We're the only race that makes fun of our people and talk about they always want handouts, when in actuality, our people paid the price. We built this country. We were the engine that drove this country and made it what it is today. I dare to say that black people shouldn't have to work a day in their life because their forefathers did the work already, and we should be reaping the benefits. But since we live in a capitalist society, we have to work. We need to create jobs for our kids. They're right there in front of our face. All these old cats who own these mechanic shops, teach these young boys how to work on cars, because they're not going to teach them in the schools. They want them to go to college to learn how to work on it. Teach them how to fix these cars. Teach them how to run their own business. Show them how to do things. Show them how to dress. And teach them how to be tailors, fixing clothes and all of that. You create jobs in your own community. That's what these immigrants have done, in a way. They've created jobs in their own community. That's why we can't go in their community and set up shop. Give them a reason to want to work. And these kids want to make an unrealistic money. You're dealing with kids who are being raised by rap music. And that's what they see.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is it realistic to think that you can bring together everyone with this skin like this? Like, I know it may seem like other races are all together, but to suggest that we're not all together, is that a real? I mean, should we put that on ourselves to say we're not all together like that?
No, I'm saying some of us are not all together, and we need to. What I'm saying is this: you have black people talking about black poor people. You hear that on the radio. You hear that on TV. We're the only race that do that, as far as I see it now. Educate me. I've never really heard white people get up there and talk about their own people. It's poor white people. It's poor Hispanic.
Trailer trash came from white people.
They don't get out and talk
White people
about it.
in trailer trash. They talk about each other.
You don't hear them say that out in public.
No, you don't hear that.
All I'm saying is, if we want to look at black people as like a brand, right? We should do a better job of just talking more positively about it. But even if we know that certain things exist that are negative, even mentioning some negative things may be to our detriment. But the idea of everyone coming together, you can have people sitting around a dinner table, 5 people, and we don't all agree on things. So the idea that black people can't come together, I think we need to stop saying that, because no group of people have came together. You're always going to have people on opposite sides. And so we shouldn't put that on ourselves. I just think we should stop even saying that phrase.
I'm saying
this is my opinion.
Stick together a little bit more, because the immigrants are helping each other.
But is that possible, though?
I think it's possible with just saying hello, good morning.
Right. Instead of frowning at each other, saying,
but I think we do that. We're not giving ourselves enough credit. There's more of that going. I see more people say, excuse me, thank you, good morning. Like, I see that more than I see. Now, when I watch the news, I don't see that. But in my everyday life, and I'm out and about in the community every day, I see black excellence. Honestly, I don't believe this stuff, half the stuff that I can't believe it when I look at it on the news. When I see it from my lens, black people are doing quite well, to be honest with you, what I see in my personal life.
And what neighborhood are you in, sir?
I'm in Broadview right now, but I'm from the west side of Chicago. Growing up on the west side of Chicago, I mean, I'm talking about kind of right now. Anytime I interact with Martin in public, anytime I go out and about, I'm always out and about in the community. I'm seeing great things from black people. I'm not standing on no corners or this or that, but I'm seeing nothing but black excellence anywhere I go. I don't know.
Just like you said about immigrants sticking together, getting the jobs, we have to stick together like glue and get the jobs. We have to come out and vote for our people. We need a voter block. Instead of us running up against each other, we need to invest in the one candidate. How we got Harold Washington elected mayor here in this city, black people stood behind Harold Washington. They showed the unity. I'm not saying that all of us don't stick together. I'm saying we could be stronger when it comes to getting these jobs. We allow these people to come in our neighborhood and set up shop. You talk about the kids not working. These immigrant stores are not going to hire them. These Asian beauty shops are not going to hire them because they're black. They're not. They're train their own to take care of the family business. We need our own stores. We need our own gas stations. And to do that, we have to stick together a little bit more than what we're sticking together.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Let me say something. Real quick, guys. I want to say that if I say a little bit more than half of black people, we'll just say 50% or anything over 50%, I think that's sufficient enough for us to get things changed. It don't take 100% black people to get everything can, because we'll never be 100% on board with all each other. So I figured a little bit more than half, 50% of us that's doing great and get together with one heart, with one soul, one mind, we can change the world. It took 12 disciples to change the whole world. 12. So if we can get 50% of black people to get on board, I think that'd be a great number. That's just what I had to say. You guys can continue to talk.
But
Martin, can you get 50% of any people to do anything? Like, seriously. We got some big numbers, so is that even realistic to put that on ourselves?
We're not worried about the 50% that's not going to do nothing. We're worrying about the 50% that want to do something.
But this is the thing. To suggest that is to suggest that we're so simple that we don't have unique and diverse needs. Black people got all type of concerns that are not just neighborhood and block stuff going on. We got other stuff going on. We trying to integrate in different industries and do all type. Like we're very diverse as a people. Although you only see one or two type of characters in the media, we have a lot of different agendas and things that we need to get together. And so for 50% of us, that's just I don't know if that's a task that, that's a lot of people to try to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, brother, let me just say
it's
this.
a challenge.
Hold on. Let me say this, guys. Let me come in. I want to say this real quick. Now, if we can get together. Right now, you got over 50% of black men right now probably watching the Chicago Bears play. Right now, something that's minor. Right now, as we speak, the game might be off now, but right now, sitting in front of the television, right now, watching the game. I'm willing to bet it's over 50% of black men. I'm talking about the men watching the game right now, watching basketball game, watching sports. So, brother, it's a true fact that we can stick together. We can get together selling dope. We can get together going to concerts. We can get together making this trap music. We can get together to the electric slide. We can get together when it comes to minor things. But can we get together 50% or more when it really matters, when it really counts for the race? That's all I'm saying. If you notice, look at most key black men in key positions. Y'all got to forgive me what I'm about to say, but most of them they're not masculine. They're not dominant. Trust me. You don't have too many dominant black men that's in key positions. I'm talking politically. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. No disrespect to nobody's sexuality or nothing like that, but we need a dominant black males that we can look up to. A male, a man.
A king.
A king. That's what I'm talking about. We need that. We need to see it. Go ahead, Marcus.
No, I was agreeing with you. A real, authentic, no substitute. We need a real man that's gonna stand up for us. You know, I go back to Harold Washington because Harold Washington was truly one of the best mayors this city ever had. And they were scared of him. And that's why he ain't with us today. Mm-hmm. This city came together. The black people, we can do this. We came together. And I would say it was way over 50% of black people that came out and voted for him then and then did it again. And they knew they was going to lose this city if they hadn't removed them. They removed them for a reason. And now look where we at today. And I agree with you, Martin. We decided as original.
Let me say this, Marcus. A white friend of mine, or associate, he told me, this is probably like about 6, 7 years ago, and he told me off the record, he said, you know why they killed Harold Washington? This is what he said. He said, because he was giving too many people, black people, contracts. It's a white person that told me that, off the record. Off the record. I would never reveal his name. And I'm just telling you, a white person told me that because Harold Washington was giving too many black people contracts. Go ahead, Marcus.
Go watch Punch 9 before they stop playing it at the AMC. Just what you said, when I saw that movie, I'm like, damn, Martin said this. Martin told me this. But you got to watch the movie to understand why they removed him. Harold Washington was doing just that, giving too many black people contracts. He was giving everybody a slice of their pie. Not only the blacks, he was giving it to the Mexicans too. Everybody. Harold Washington diversified this city, not Delhi. Delhi just got the credit. They put who they wanted in office. And trust me, they're going to put somebody else in office next. We better wake up.
And let me just say,
well, Mark, just to respond to real quickly, I need to watch that film. But in terms of like coming back to this 50%, right? I say it's difficult, and maybe you can educate me, but because there's different needs at different age levels. So from 15 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45, and up and up. There's different needs depending on your developmental stage of life and what you're going through. And so, like 50% of what? Like, I think we need to be more specific.
Hold on, brother.
As someone who wants to be a politician, let me address that.
Okay.
You, sir.
Okay.
You have a mother, a grandmother, a father, maybe a niece, a nephew, a cousin.
Of course.
It hits all
yes.
those categories in your family. And that's how we can get 50% when you target families, because they're going to reach all those categories.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is each one of those individuals have unique needs.
Okay.
Depending on what's going on in their life.
Brother, let me say something.
So 50%, what type of topic are we going to come to? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Okay, hold on, brother. I got a real simple answer from you. What is one thing that all black people feel that's racism, oppression? All of us, no matter how old we are and how young we are, we all feel that heat. And once we at the level of understanding, we feel it. They feel it on a grammar school level. They feel it on a high school level, on a college level, in corporate America, in the police department, in the law department. They feel it. That's one thing that we all have in common, that we are treated unfairly. That right there is sufficient enough proof that we should all be able to get on board, more than 50% of us. That's all I'm saying. We got that in common.
I know, I get that. I know, I feel you, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is,
That's so smart.
what is going to be like what's going to be, like, are you talking about every specific topic? There's 50% of us to tackle everything. Like, what exactly, I think we need to be more intentional and specific about what exactly we're talking about.
Okay, brother. Okay, give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. Just like the boycott, the Montgomery boycott, it lasted for almost a year. I wasn't there, I wasn't born, but I could imagine when King and them called the boycott, every black person didn't get on board. Some probably got on board in a 6-month time, maybe in a 7-month time, maybe in a 3-month time. So my point is, when we call for something, when we call for a national boycott, some people may not really see it. They might not even care about it. But until somebody spots a light on, hey, people, we're getting ready to be replaced. There's no reason why a black African-American person that brought inventions to this country, that fought, died, and bled in every war. They've told us to go to school, we did that. They tell us to get a college education, we did that. They tell us to get a trade, we did that. They tell us to stay out of trouble, we did that. They still discriminating against us. They still got laws that target our race to keep us from prospering in this country. It's proof. So I understand what you're saying, different levels. But one thing we all got in common as black people, if you get pulled over, they're going to show you who you are. And those of you that call yourself biracial, you black, once you got some black blood in, and they got blood in you, they're going to show you. They're going to show you. When you, listen, brother, I said a couple of years ago when I went to the Markham Courthouse, if you go into Markham Courthouse, South Suburban, you would think that black people and Spanish people are the only ones that's breaking the law, traffic law. You would think that. I'm like, hold on, where are the white people at in here? That you mean tell me they're not breaking the law or anything? That's what was coming in my mind. This is what I've observed. And I'm going to tell you another thing about Markham Courthouse. Markham Courthouse has a 99% conviction rate. You know, once you go in there, you're going to get touched up somehow. If you walk out of there not guilty, you're going to pay a court fine or something. You're going to pay the court fee. They're going to get you some kind of way. So it's all by design. Like the brother Ken said, he said, who are responsible for putting drugs in the community? Who are responsible for putting guns in the community? Who are responsible for all these things that are coming in our community? And we don't control nothing. Now, if black people control something, I understand it, but we're not controlling anything.
Well, Martin, this is what real quickly, and then
go ahead.
I guess what I'm thinking about is maybe like having different black committees. So some committee that takes care of attorney type stuff in farming, in banking, because I think that'd be more intentional and specific to what we got a committee for that who will address that, and we can get behind this particular, because there's so many different topics that as black people need to be addressed to suggest that, okay, 50% of us just need to jump on board. I think that could be problematic when we really don't have a true committee of people that attack it. All right, these are our experts in this field. This is our committee of our 12 men, 12 women. They got that. They got that section over there. And we got committees for every little thing in which they've wronged us and ways we can come up.
Well,
I think that'd be easy to get behind.
Let me say this, brother. That's how the civil rights movement worked. They worked it. The NAACP, that's how they worked. They had different committees. The South Print, that's how they operated. But they got bought out. I'm sorry, people. They got bought out. They got bought out. When we got leaders that's in love with money, and when you got a person that's so in love with money that they'll do anything, including bending over, that person or that woman or that man cannot be a great leader because they know they can be bought. That's why we're in a condition
we need
we're
a
in now.
watchdog committee too.
Yeah,
to keep us legit and keep us accountable too.
Yes, sir.
We need a committee for that.
Yes, sir. Because brother, listen. You know them people sold out Martin Luther King. They told the white folks his every move and everything, and they had paid informants. Malcolm X paid informants. Listen,
we can keep going.
Yeah, we can keep going. Go ahead, sister.
I definitely support us coming together, and I would love to be part of it.
Okay, well, we can listen. We can start a fresh move because just think, people. Just think. We can identify the problems, but we need solutions. We need workable solutions. Now, we know we can't put down a plan and it's going to work immediately. Now, we got to be like the white folks on this. They have 20-year plans. Gentrification is not they come in one day and say, hey, all the black people, we got to push y'all out. Now, they showing us with immigration what they're doing. We see it. Now, it's up to us, like the old timers said, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to stop spending our monies or putting our money in these certain banks that's supporting this stuff? The same banks that loaning them money to get houses won't loan us. They're crossing every T and dotting every I when it comes for us to get a business loan. Now, some of us can get a house loan, a car loan, but when it comes to business, as long as we don't have our own business, people, that money will always leave our hands. It will always leave our hands. There's a conspiracy against this black skin. I don't care what you say. I don't care how successful some of us are. Anybody, if you want to be honest, there's a conspiracy, and we know it. If it wasn't, they wouldn't have to make. 100%. They wouldn't have to make laws to try to help us. Affirmative action. We had to fight for that. They didn't give us that. Anything that we had to fight for, we had to fight for. It wasn't nothing passed to us. And you better beware. When white people pass out something for free, you better look at it up and down because there's something to it because they don't give you nothing for free. There's always something to it. Trust me. I got to say it. Go ahead, bro.
You've been messed around and got smallpox like they gave to the Indian when they gave them blankets. I mean, you're right. It ain't. It's something attached to it.
And,
You know.
and
And what we also got to do is we got to move in silence. We can't let them know we're moving. We got to move in silence because every time they find out we moving, they hit us.
mm,
They hit us.
can
We
I
got to build this wall in silence.
can I tell y'all a story? I talked to an old timer. He's still living. He's probably in his 90s, and he's from the deep South, Mississippi. He said every time that they planned to make a move, right? He said the white man was one step ahead of him. So they sat back and thought, they trying to figure out how do the white man know what they was trying to do, you know? And they figured it out. Guess who it was? Guess who was telling? The Christian preachers was telling the white man everything, every move that they was gonna make. That's how they found out. The Christian preachers was telling them, the white people, what they was gonna do every time they tried to make a move in Mississippi to better themselves or get out of Mississippi. So that's a real story. That's a real story. So people, we're gonna have spies in the house. I always say if more than 2 or 3 black people know it, the white people gonna find out. I'm sorry. It's just people, they in love with the money. Listen, God knew, Moses knew that the people of Egypt, they would have left Pharaoh a long time ago, but they was in love with Pharaoh wealth. And that's the same way of here in America. Listen, we get trapped on these jobs. We get a $50,000, $40,000, $100,000 job. We go out buy a beautiful $250,000 home, a nice car, and we stuck on these jobs. We know if we lose our job, we're gonna lose our homes, our cars, our family. So it's like a trap, people. It's a trap for material things. I got to tell the truth, and I'm not against nobody buying no house, so don't go on there. Martin don't want nobody to buy no house. No, I'm not against that. But I'm saying these things keep us from doing what's right. Because a lot of times we on these jobs and we see white people do jobs on black people wrongly, and we don't say anything because we know if we say anything, we speak up, we're going to lose our job. We know it. We know it. We know it. I just got to tell the truth, people. And it's real. And any white person that listens to this, y'all know I'm telling the truth, whether you admit it or not. You don't even have to admit it. You know I'm telling the truth. You guys,
I believe that's why I'm going through a little hell at my job, because I came in and we have security guards that do not work for the company that we hire out. And 2 of them are working to get their broker's license right now, and she'll be finished at the end of next month. And these are 2 black girls. And so they'll be coming in with a higher title than I have if they wanted to work for the company. So I told them, no, don't go do what I did. Go do beyond what I did so you can be ahead of me. So it is people that do that. I know I do it, and my friends do it. So it's some of us out there. We just need more.
Mm-hmm. And you're right.
Well,
go ahead.
Thank you for this panel. It's such a night. And I can't see it getting nothing but better. I mean, it's just the seem that she has a lot of knowledge. And sensible knowledge. And I've worked with people on my job that we didn't have very many blacks. Now, for whatever reason why, and I'm talking about when you go into meetings, rarely do you see blacks come in with white shirts on, with a tie. Every now and then you do. But for the most part, you know, it's other people. And not only that, it's a cadre of immigrant people that work with them. And those people live in those people's neighborhoods. So what I'm basically saying is that it may seem like we're in this battle by ourselves and may not be getting nowhere. And I heard a lot of good comments on here tonight that appear as though that we are getting somewhere. Chicago is a big town, so you're going to have a lot of black people there working. And they have fought for those rights. And that's true in any other big town. Washington, D.C. I went to Maryland one year. Oh, you had a lot of black professional people around there. But we've stated that if all of us are not progressing, then none of us are not progressing.
Correct.
So that's what the issue is.
Correct.
And we have to fix this.
Yes,
I'm going to
sir.
say this in closing. I thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
I saw Deion Sanders. Y'all call him Prime Time. Now, he had a 60-minute interview. With an interview with 60 minutes. And the man asked him, would he like to coach in the NFL? He said, absolutely not. And the man said, why? He said, well, because I hate to see people that desecrate the game that bless me so much. I said, now, well, wait a minute here now. And then he said, and because I don't want to go to jail because I'm going to have to buy half of the football team. And I'm trying to figure out why did this man throw a lot of black people up under the bus? Because he knew that most blacks, instead of him saying that's not my goal right now, I'm in Jackson State to do a job, and until I'm finished, I can't speak on anything else. He chose to go in a different direction. I'm saying that we have to do much better than that. And we cannot continue to have anything impede our progress, because if it do, it's going to make us go back 2 steps backwards after we even came forward. But I enjoyed everybody's comments tonight.
Thank you.
And I could be wrong on a lot of things that I'm saying.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, keep on pressing, man, towards the goal. I think you're doing a good job. Live, uncut.
Thank you. Let me say something, old Tammy, before you go. I want to say something. The Latino, Hispanic is going to be the #1 voting base in this country. Give it another 10 years, maybe 20, tops. It's going to be the #1 voting base. I'm telling you. Voting base, I'm telling you.
Brother Martin, I hear what you're saying, Brother Martin, but this whole world, now you hearing me say this. Now, when I say this whole world, I mean this absolute whole world is contingent upon the black vote. If the black people get out and vote, there's no stopping whoever's going to be in that office over there, and all of these offices, the governor's office, the United States, the Congress. If black people get out and vote, now we got this thing going on now, but we don't want Biden. We got a lot of stuff going on with us now. People seem to be confused. But Biden is a white man, and he knows where that money is at. He used to work in the Senate. And he's not scared of a lot of white people that he'll take them on one by one. There ain't no match for it. But we seem to be on the fence of who we want to vote for now, but yet we ain't got nowhere else to turn. And when people see this big old split in us, this is going to cause us a lot of problems, because it's the same thing with Lightfoot. If you don't vote for her, you ain't going to get nothing. Because she know what to vote. She know who voted for her, and what she going to do is she going to give you crumbs. And she going to get other people the lion's share. And you got to be smart about this, because that's the way it goes. You help me, then I'll help you. If you don't help me, I'm not going to help you. And that's why that's why they're getting what they're getting from the mayor of Chicago right now, because a lot of black people chose not to vote for her. And that's what you're getting. You're getting the leftovers.
Wow.
That's just my comment. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. All right. My skateboard buddy, inbox me your telephone number. Text me your number. Hello?
No problem.
Text me your number.
No problem.
I'm not going to give your number out, so you'll never have to worry about that. I just, when numbers come on my screen, I don't even try to save them, because I don't want nobody to say I gave somebody number out or I call them without their permission. I don't do that. So I'm letting people know that. So that's why I don't accept anonymous call. If you have my number, I want your number too as well. So if you call and cuss me out, I want to be able to call you back and let you know, hey, I know who you are.
Not I.
So I guess I'm gonna give y'all guys the last closing comments. Everybody can say something before we close. So I'm gonna start with my sister. Come on, my skateboard sister.
I want to wish everybody a great rest of this year. If we don't talk again, have a great rest of the year. 2022 is almost over.
Okay, wonderful. Marcus, go ahead, Marcus. Marcus, go ahead. Well, my next person that want to leave a comment, want to say some of the closing comments. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Say something, my brother.
All right. I think tonight's conversation was awesome. I appreciate it, Martin. I appreciate the platform. And I want to challenge black people to not say nothing negative about black people for the next 48 hours. Nothing but positive words about black people for the next 48 hours. I think that's doable.
Lord of mercy. I think that's doable. I like that. I like that, brother. Stop. That's what you call planting a seed. The scripture said one plant, one water, and God gives the increase. In that order. In that order. In that order. That's beautiful, brother. Who next want to say something? Who else on here? Is okay. All right, people. Go ahead.
I say, Brother Martin, great show again. And politics make strange bedfellows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hope everybody continue to dig deep and get the best out of what can be gotten. And I think we all will be all right. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Listen.
Live, uncut.
Yeah, y'all got to start saying that because I know that's old time. The only one say that, though. You know, we got to push this, people. You know, these lives are unscripted. You don't know what's going to come out of somebody's mouth. You don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't have nothing written down or nothing. It just, I go with the heart. I speak from the heart so you can feel it in the heart. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is a great discussion. And to my Hispanic family, Mexican family, everything I said without apologizing. I meant what I said. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know, just simple as that. Not to hurt nobody's feelings or anything, but we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. We have to. It's necessary. I'm race first. Anybody know me? I'm race first. I love everybody, but I'm race first. I got a special love for those that look like me. And don't get me wrong. If they can do me in, they'll do me in. I know that. I know it. Everybody know it. But God bless them. God bless them. All right, so thank y'all so much. That's it, skateboard lady. Don't forget me now. Text me your number in the inbox. Well, you can text to this phone. You can text this phone and I'll send you mines. Yeah. So, okay. All right, good. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is live, uncut, unedited. We done. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. You already know what it is.